Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is my first update for my 11 favorites in 2021 project pan. This was started by Denise over on Instagram. Her handle is Just the Makeup Pans. I'll have all of her information listed in the description box. I said last time that I wasn't sure if I was going to update this every month or 2 months and that I might let my progress dictate this. So hopefully that clues you in that I have a little bit to update you on. So why don't we go ahead and get into it. Okay, as we get started, just a reminder, I have 4 non-makeup items in this project pan and I'm going to show you those items first. I'll show you the first 2 together because technically they're kind of related. This is the Vanilla Bean Noel Body Cream Lotion and the Fragrance Mist. And at the last update, at the intro, we were here and now I've used it about 7 or 8 times and I moved it down quite a bit. When I do use this, I tend to use it on pretty much my entire upper body, and then some days I remember to use it on my chest a good bit. I'm someone who's horrible at remembering to use body lotion, and I probably could set this in a slightly better position to be able to see it more on a daily basis. But here's the thing, it's obviously a winter, but it's been a very cold winter here, and I found that we have a little basket above, stuck to the wall in our bathroom above the radiant heating in there, and if I put my lotion in that basket, then when I put my lotion on, it's warm and it's magical. So that's the sacrifice that I make to not hate putting on lotion in the winter, is that I don't always see it front and center, like it's not sitting on my nightstands to remember to put it on more often, but at least it feels heavenly when you put it on because it is warm. So I probably could have gotten this done had I really tried hard for the first update, now that I see how much progress I have, but that's really not bad considering that I don't typically wear a ton of lotion. I'm someone who would rather, I'll be itchy and just mad at myself all day for not putting lotion on and then still forget to put lotion on. That's just the way I am. But anyways, I need to move on to this fragrance here. So in the introduction, we were right here, and at the first update, we are right here. I really enjoy this. It's definitely such a nice sweet scent, and it's something that I really like to put on before bedtime. I feel good going to bed, and it helps relax me. So yeah, I kind of wonder if I'll have it done next update. If I step up my usage, I could probably have it done by next update, but it might be 1 more month. We shall see. Okay, the next 2 products I'll mention together too because they're lip care items. This was an e.l.f. exfoliator, and at the intro you can see that we really haven't made much progress on it. Now when I do use it, I'm using more of the side of it versus the tip, so if it hasn't moved, that's why. But yeah, I have used this 5 times, so not the most, and also I find that compared to some of the other ones I've had in the past, they get more creamy as you go. So right now it's very gritty and pretty dry, and it's not going very quickly. Now again, I don't doubt that once I start using it more often, the further you go, the creamier it gets. So hopefully I'll see better progress on this in the next coming months. And for my Nooni lip oil, you can see at the intro where we were, and today we have moved we're almost done with it. I know at the intro I said I was hoping that this would last me at least 2 months. However, I realized that me and nails don't really get along, and this past month I ended up horribly scratching myself multiple times, but I ended up busting my lip with my nails, and there was a couple, a good half a week to a week where I couldn't wear lip gloss. One of the other items I'm going to show you an update on, and this was the only thing that I could put on my lips that wouldn't actually hurt, that the fact that I busted them wide open up here and up here. So it's been a hot mess, but finally we're healed enough to be able to wear some lipstick. So I made more progress on this than I thought I would, and at the same time I know I'll be done with this next month. This is super nice. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna have to search my collection to see what I want to work on next because I'm not quite sure which one to pull out next. And since I mentioned that lip gloss, let me go ahead and give you a fun story time of this one. So I was using it and I was making some good progress. You can see at the intro we were all the way up here. We had some decent progress showing already when I rolled it in, but I knocked this off of my dresser where I keep my makeup, and the lid literally broke off. Hopefully you can see up in the cap where you're supposed to screw it on is still up in there, and I was devastated. At the time, I didn't know what else to do other than I had not thrown out my makeup empties for the year, so I tried really hard to clean these 2 tubes out, and I ended up slam pack full, putting as much of the product out of here that I could get into these 2 tubes. And I tried to also continue using up what was left in this tube until I could get it mostly done, which I consider this as empty as I can get it. And then I ended up moving on to this guy, which I also emptied, and now I'm working on this guy. So I'm hoping that maybe by next month I'll have this done. It went a little quicker than I thought I would, and honestly I'm not quite sure the reason for that. Maybe I lost a good bit of of product having to like spread it out into 3 containers. I know I have like there's obviously some on the walls here that I just can't get off, and now the surface area is spread out. Anyways, I'm rambling. But basically this is all I have left, and I'm hoping to have this gone by next month. Alright, I've shown you 5 items. The 6th one is my Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation from CoverGirl. At the intro, we were here, and I like dropped this too. I've been super clumsy lately. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll see another casualty later this month and of something else that I've dropped from a different project pan. But yeah, I ended up dropping this too, and so then the like product was like kind of leaning, like versus it was like settled. So then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna shake it up, it'll settle again. And I've been trying to get this to settle since then, and it won't settle. I've set it in hot water. I don't know what is going on, why it won't settle. It was settled before, but now it just will not settle. So another thing that I've had to do, because it once, like now that it's coating the walls here, it doesn't pump. Like there's, I guess, not enough product in it for it to pump out. So to get the product out now, I have to like pull the stopper out or pull the like pump out, which you can obviously see that there's plenty of product in there, but I guess it's so thick that it coats the walls and there's not a ton of it piled up at the bottom. So again, it won't pump, but I also can't get it to settle. I do see some windowing here. I'm really kind of mad at myself for like messing it up, because it was so visually like satisfying to be able to see it move, but I don't know. I have no excuses other than like I'm super clumsy. All right, let's move into 2 products that probably won't have the most visual progress because they are harder to use up. The first one is my Lorac Tantalizer Bronzer. This is a baked bronzer, so there's quite a bit of product in it. Hopefully you can see that I'm making some good headway in it, but I don't really see too much like visual progress. I definitely will have a photo for you to compare. But again, I don't think we're seeing a ton of progress. I have a feeling that this one will kick my butt this year, but we're gonna try. And the other product that I don't think you'll see much progress in is my little Tarte eyeshadow that I'm using in my hairline here. And hopefully you can see, like, I have a little bit of a dip going. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. I should also have a picture of this to compare it to, but I only use just a little bit right in my hairline, so it's not like I'm using the most of this every day. And I really don't want to go too heavy because then it's just annoying to like clean and get out of my hairline. So I really try to use just a little bit. But I think in person I can see a little bit of a dip, but I'm not sure if it's come across on camera. But yeah, we've used this probably about 23 times, I think. So not bad, although I do think this one will probably take me all year to finish. Okay, we have 3 items left. The next one is my Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. I always get tongue-tied for that one. But I'm gonna show you my progress here. Hopefully you can see at the intro, and then at the first update, we're right here. Making some steady progress. I don't use a ton of this in my brows. It is shade number 5, which is dark, and I wonder, I've never had the opportunity to swatch out all the colors that Benefit offers, and part of me wonders if this is just a little too dark, but I have a ton of other like shade 5 items that I need to use up because I got the Brow Vault a couple years ago, so I have a lot to get through before I can find out if this was my correct shade or not. But yeah, judging off of this, I would say that I have at least probably 4 or 5 more months before I get close to finishing this guy up. Okay, the last 2 items, I kind of saved the best for last here. First off, I'll show you my Anastasia Glow Kit. I was working on my favorite shade in this glow kit, the kind of like duochromy pink shade up here called Gumdrop, I think it's called. And my goal was to hit pan in it. I did. This one was one I used last year in a project pan, and I didn't quite think, I knew that this one took me forever to hit pan on, and I kind of expected this to take at least 2 to 3 months for me to hit pan on. It did have a good bit of progress in it already because it was my favorite shade, but this month I was just feeling this highlight. It was February, a little bit of pink went a long way for me, and I wore a lot of pink and red looks this month, so this easily like paired with them really well. So again, I hit pan in this, and I'm going to roll this one out of the project. I'll show you what I'm going to roll in right after this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the other item that I've hit pan on. That was my goal for this product. This is my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This was one that, again, I thought would take several months, but as you can see, I have a pretty nice large pan in this product. Now, it was a little bit easier to hit pan over here because, as you can see, if you look at the product really well, you can see that the other side is very thick, and that was because this side kept getting hard pan for whatever reason, and I was just too lazy to go like scrape it off, so I was just like kind of working on one side since the other side kept like sealing up. Now I have since gotten a spoolie and like scratched off the top. Every time I did the tape trick, I feel like it happened again too quickly. Like the next time I would use the powder, it would seal back up. But with the spoolie trick, the last time that I did it, I think it must have gone a little deeper than the tape like did to like remove that hard pan. And so far so good. I'm able to use it just fine. So I think what I'm gonna do is leave this in. I really expected to be working on this another like 3 months maybe. And so what I'm gonna do is try to just either, I'm gonna set myself a new goal for this product. I'm gonna try to either finish clearing out the center here or hit side pan. So whichever goal I reach first, then I'll consider rolling this out. But for now, since I'm enjoying it so much, I might as well just leave it in. So with that being said, I've hit goal on 2 products. One of them I'm gonna keep in and change my goal. The next one I'm gonna roll in is this NYX Hydrotouch primer. This was one that I used to love, and I'm a little torn about putting this in this project because I'm not quite sure it's a favorite anymore, but I know back in the day it was a favorite, so I'm gonna technically qualify it as a favorite now, and hopefully this will be something nice. I've been complaining in multiple videos that my skin has been super dry, and this one is so close to being done. You can probably hear that there's a good bit of like air in this product, but I imagine I'm right here under the word hydration. So I'm gonna try to finish this, and since again my skin has been so dry, I really feel like I can go crazy with this over the next month. Although I am historically very slow at using a primer, I might take me 2 months to get this done, but I'd love to get this done and out of my collection this year. All right, and I guess that's it for my 11 favorites in 2021. Let me know how you're doing. If you're doing this project, make sure to let me know in the comments section. And also please let me know just how you're doing on your own project pans. Make sure you say hello, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.